And we're live. This is Mark's Message, Tuesday, July the 28th. Doing something a little bit different here. I'm a little bit later here for the West Coasters. And again, my name's Mark Assert. This is Mark's Message. We're going to try something a little different, not so much from a selling perspective. We're going to talk about tonight. But before I do all that, as everybody knows, it is later in the evening, so I won't get too wild. But I do want to give my shout outs to everyone in Peachtree Corners, Georgia. As you can see, it is the peachiest place on the planet. With that, have to give my shout outs to Ken Walls and the Grow Live Nation, Jeffrey Gittimer and the emerging sales winners, everybody that's out there. And tonight we're going to talk about some things. Excuse me, been talking too much all day, actually. Going to talk about skill, going to talk about performance, going to talk about who says it's time for you to step aside and or retire, how that all plays out. And, we'll do some quotes as well. And anybody that's out there, it looks like we have a comment. Hey, Ken Walls. Normally I'm not on this hour. This is the master, the guru, the do-all. I'll bow, pay homage to him, the live stream man himself, Mr. Ken Walls. He's the gentleman that has his Grow Live platform. Like I tell everybody, if you don't know who Ken is, you're living under a rock. But you need to go check out his academy. It's awesome. It's a great platform. It's helped me tremendously. Ken, thank you. What are you doing up so late? I'm kidding. Anyway, getting into this, I'm going to take a look at something here. And so, you know me, everybody. What's a skill? Okay. So, what do you think a skill is? And if you want to tell me, that's okay. If not, you know how I operate. I'm going to have a definition here. So, a skill, you know, everybody says you need skills, you need this, you need that. The late great Jim Rohn said, if you wish for less problems but ask for more skills, good things will happen to you. And some people struggle with that because they wish for less problems, and they don't wish for more skills. They just want the less problem portion of it. And that's not how it works. Any endeavor, there's always going to be some sort of struggle. So I'm not telling anything you don't already know for most of you, but let's take a look at what a skill is. The ability to use one's knowledge effectively and readily in execution or performance. That's a pretty highfalutin definition, is it not? The ability to use one's knowledge effectively and readily in execution or performance. Now, you could take any vocation out there, a professional athlete, any sport that's out there, all right? You can take someone starting their own business. You can take someone like Ken Walls, who embraced technology and took it to the next level and created this Grow Live Nation. You can take it, well, I'll even mention his name, the man himself, the king of sales, Jeffrey Gittimer. He took his knowledge and effectively and readily executed or performed. And that seems to be a problem, perform. People have a problem with performance. I don't know why, but while we're talking about performance, okay, what's performance? Okay, so let's go down here. An act of staging, presenting a play, concert, or other form of entertainment. Let's look at that one. An act of staging or presenting a play, a concert, or other form of entertainment. That's one variation of a theme of a performance, right? How about this one? The actions or process or carrying out or accomplishing an action, task, or function for the business minded people. And earlier today, we got talking about sales and, or even, I don't care if you're a teacher, is it not a performance? Are you not there to, when I say perform, to do a task to the best of your ability? Is that not a performance? Whether it's engaging with someone in conversation and you pay attention to them, uh, and you got to be sincere about it. But when you really break it down as purest form, we're all performers on this earth. I mean, when you think about it, I know I'm talking about some deep stuff, but you know, that's what it means to me. Now, if someone else wants to chime in and throw out your 24/7, I'm all in. I'd love to hear what other people have to say, whether, your version of performance or your version of skill. And I don't think there's a right or wrong. And I think you have to accept that people are different. They approach things differently. Not everybody, since I do this, approaches sales the way I approach it. I kind of use a dual process where it can be methodical and thought out process, but there is a certain amount of performance because there's a human element in there and you're dealing with another human being. And, they do get emotional. These are all things that, if you sit there and watch the TV, what are they doing up there? Advertising left and right, whether it's news, product, and they're trying to get you emotional and wrapped up about things. So, think about that for a while. So I may come back to that. And as always, I keep showing this, but this is something for me, and I keep showing this every night. Winning is my assembly line. Helping people grow and develop is my automobile. And then I have, is it time to retire? And the reason I have that is, you know, who determines that? And like what I'm doing right now is sometimes, and I'll say this, people my age might say, "Well, why are you doing this? Why even bother, Mark? Why put yourself out there like that?" And the reason is I guess if you're not being tested, you're just not living. That's the kind of the way I look at things. So you can go through the motions. I mean, when you say retire, retire from what? Life? Retire from doing things? Retire from interacting with other people? I mean, I don't begrudge anybody that wants to retire. Uh, I know of a gentleman that as of Friday within our organization, he's going to step aside, and it's probably time for him to do that. And I wish him nothing but the best. He's a great individual, a great human being, and I'm sure he'll do other things. It's another chapter, another page in his life. But I just wanted to share those things with you, and I'm going to go back up to the top. If anybody's out there, I asked initially, what is a skill? And then I showed you the definition, the ability to use one's knowledge effectively and readily in execution or performance. You can take that any vocation of your life, profession, and that's pretty much true. So with that, I'm at that point of time. I'm going to kind of keep this short because I don't want to stay out too late. But I always like showing quotes. And you know me, I'm going to show you a few here. So here's an interesting quote. Don't judge me by my past. I don't live there anymore. Wonder who said that. Don't judge me by my past. I don't live there anymore. That's an interesting quote. And I know Ken knows this person or did know this person. Uh, Zig Ziglar, the late great Zig Ziglar. Everybody knows Zig. But I always like that quote. It's kind of cool. Don't judge me by my past. And, because you don't live there anymore. And it's okay because people change. Everybody has stories, everybody comes from somewhere. And where we come from sometimes may not be so pleasant, those like past experiences, but what we develop into is something else. Will do, Ken. And let's see. How about this one? There will always be people in your life who treat you wrong. Be sure to thank them for making you strong. Who do you think said that? Zig Ziglar. That's another one. Here's another interesting quote since I'm sharing quotes. You must be willing to do things today that others won't do in order to have things tomorrow others won't have. I'll read that one again. You must be willing to do things today that others won't do in order to have things tomorrow others won't have. So who do you think said that one? Les Brown. And here's another one. Do what is easy and your life will be hard. Do what is hard and your life will become easy. If anybody knows who said this one, feel free to hit a one, or you can even type it in. I'll give you a hint. I just showed you two of them. So, hey, Ron Goodwin. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know about that. Larry Schneider. No, I don't think so. Man, Ken's going crazy out here. Um, oh my, Ken's ripping me up here big time. So, with that, and you got to excuse my voice here. I'll go back to that. Ken, you're a trip. Let me tell you, man, you're making me laugh too much. Oh, I don't know if I can keep a straight face through all this. So, here's another interesting quote, and I'll see if Ken can get this one. Never let someone's opinion become your reality. Never sacrifice who you are because someone has a problem with it. Love who you are inside and out. Anybody can guess who that is? And no, it wasn't Ken Walls, but I'll bet you're going to get this. I just showed you about three others. This too was Les Brown. So I just wanted to share those with you, everybody. And as always, 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 here's something I'm going to do. In fact, Ken, if you're still out there, I'm going to do this just for you and call it a night. And I know I've sent this to you, but this has to do with why do you live stream? So with that, I'll read a few words of wisdom that I shared with Ken when I first got involved in all this. But it goes like this. It's called the live streaming credo. I've live streamed in the sunshine. I've live streamed in the rain. I've live streamed in ecstasy, euphoria, and pain. I've live streamed in the morning. I've live streamed at night. I'm going to keep on live streaming until I get it right. Oh, okay. He wants me to invite him on. My goodness. Are you serious? Uh, hang on here, Ken. See if I can do this, but if I don't, Oh my. Oh, okay, Ken. You may have to help me and walk me through this. Hey, Ron Goodwin. Good to see you, sir. In Messenger. Okay. Hang on here. Um, uh, okay, Ken, what did I do wrong? Ah, there he is. So
What's
sorry.
up, dude?
Hey, man.
Hey, take Ron Goodwin's name off the screen, or my name. Click that comment, get rid of that. All right, hey. Whoa. You got rid of yourself. Where'd you
Sorry.
go?
There you go. So get rid of this.
Yeah, go over to the right-hand side and click on comments.
Oh,
and
I'm
then,
sorry. I
there
got you.
go. Now get rid of Les Brown. I'm not a Les Brown fan.
You're not?
No.
Why not?
I'm just not, man. It's all good. Hey, look, I mean, so
let me get rid of this here.
I am here to serve. I'm here to help, dude. I'm here to help.
Okay.
You want help?
Yes.
I want to help you. You want live coaching? Should I share this out to my 5,000 friends real quick?
That's okay. No, go for it.
I'm going to share it. Let's do some live coaching. I'm going to say live coaching. Are you just tired tonight?
A little bit, yeah.
Are you? Long day?
I haven't been myself all day, so.
Who have you been? You look like yourself.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Oh my God, you look like yourself, dude.
I
Who
know.
have you been?
No, I've just been kind of run down. Hopefully I'm not coming down with anything, so.
Oh, well, hey, I was sick the last 3 days, so. But I feel a lot better now. Now, we could end this live stream and I can start one, and that way it goes out to a lot of people, or we can just stay right here. I just shared it. We got a couple more people popping on.
Okay.
So I want to give you a live stream tip. And it's in the training, and you've done the train. Have you done all of the training? I can go in and look.
Pretty much. I think there's just a little bits and things that you've added towards the end.
Yeah. The number one rule of live streaming, number one, is the energy that you bring.
Right.
You got to bring energy.
I know. It wasn't here tonight, I didn't have a lot of.
Well, it's there. You started laughing when you thought I was saying Ron Goodwin made that quote. I was just saying hi to Ron and Larry, and you started laughing.
I know, you're being a goof.
No, I was just saying. I saw it said on my screen that Ron is watching, and then it said Larry is watching. Corey Calvin's watching right now. Colleen Copenhaver is on. Like, so I was just saying hi to Ron, and I was saying hi to Larry.
I know.
Oh, got you. So, dude, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
If I was any better, my name would be Mark Gassert.
Oh, come on.
It would be. And Ron just said it could have been him that said that.
Excuse me.
I met with Mark the other day, or with Ron, I mean, the other day. He is funnier than hell.
Ron's got wit, man. You know what I'm saying? He's got that dry wit, and
he's funny.
He's awesome.
Yeah,
he's a good dude.
He sends me memes every day now with quotes out of my book.
He's a trip.
Josh O is watching. Josh O is a bad dude. I love that dude. So he said, I've said worse. So yeah. So what's wrong? What you're not feeling well?
A little bit, yeah. I wanted to do this earlier. We just had a couple things, going on that we had to take care of, personal things,
Yeah.
But
there's Greg Crane, up in Canada.
All right.
Man, we got 15 people watching now.
That's scary.
Hey, you know what? Why don't do me a favor? Everybody watching this right now, would you please do me a favor and share this out so we can get 1,500 people on here? I mean, we have to know 1,500 people amongst ourselves. Let's share this out. Let's make, because I always say that the first time I went live, I was nervous as a hooker in church.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was terrified, and I want to make you nervous as a hooker in church tonight.
Why? Because there'll be like 1,500 plus people, and
there won't be that many. We're down to 9.
Yeah.
They all hate me.
Oh, they love you, man. Come on,
dude. I saw you struggling with your energy, and I wanted to get on here and bring your energy up, bro. That's all.
And I appreciate that. And you brought it back up.
Did I?
Yes.
So what were we talking about? Let's cover those topics again. I want to get in on them. Can we do it? Do you have it in you?
Sure, absolutely.
Ron says, I'd tell my 2 friends, but you're both here.
So
throw up that first question. What was it?
What's a skill?
Did you ever see what was that movie where he's saying skilless? I forget what it was. It was funny. What is a skill? And you put the definition up, which was a rather boring definition, but throw it up there anyway. Let's see the definition.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you for making.
It's not your definition, is it?
I know. No. The ability to use one's knowledge effectively and readily in execution or performance.
Right. So if you go into battle and your job is to kill or be killed, would you like to be skilled up in the effectiveness of defending yourself, or would you like to be wandering around aimlessly?
Right.
Yeah, I sure hope I don't get killed out here.
Killed, right?
Right. So skills are incredibly important. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think that's right. It's the ability to take what you know and effectively put it into action and execution or in the performance. Like you could have a higher skill set than the guy that's in battle with you, and your chances of survival become significantly higher if you have a better skill set. So skills are really important. That's a good one. Sherry freaking Gideons is on here watching. We have a West Coast celebrity.
Okay.
That just
I've got some comments here. Do you want me to partake?
Now, Doug Wing, it says Doug Wing, the little giant ladder dude, but he's Doug, you're not in the actual video. You're commenting over, like, open the video up, Doug, so you can comment with everybody else so we can see your comments. Doug Wing is on my show on Thursday, His father is the founder and inventor of the Little Giant Ladder Company. And like, I am so excited to have him on. He is such an awesome dude. Sherry's awesome. Sherry's on here. So what was the next thing that you put up there?
The next thing was, I said, what's performance?
What is performance?
Right.
What do you think it is? You're reading the definition. Never mind. Throw it up on the screen.
No, I'm not.
Just put it up there. There. Yeah. Hey, we got Wisconsin in the house. Do you know Tom Ginn?
Yes.
Am I saying that right? Is it
Yes.
Ginn or Ginn?
Ginn, Tom Ginn.
I figured with two N's it would be Ginn.
Yes.
If it's just one N, it's Ginn, right?
Right.
I don't know these things. So
yeah, you do, Ken. Come on, man.
I don't. The action or process of carrying out or accomplishing an action, task, or function. The action or process of what's that defining? What word again?
Performance.
Performance. Yes. The action or process of carrying out or accomplishing an action, task, or function. What's that mean to you?
To me personally,
yeah.
In its purest form, just your ability to perform, to get things done, to get them accomplished,
I just got off of Glenn Morshower's acting class. For those of you that don't know who Glenn is, Gin over the rocks. Right, Tom? Love that. So, and he had one of the most famous, he's been an actor for 45 years in Hollywood. Everybody that knows me knows who Glenn is because we hang out online all the time and have a show together. Right. But so Glenn's been an actor for 45 years. He knows every actor in Hollywood, but he's super guy and he's definitely not one of the Hollywood elitists. He's a really good dude. And he had this woman on tonight that she came on and talked to everybody in the school. And she talked about, she is a casting director. Do you know what casting directors do? They decide whether or not you're going to go in front of the actual producer as the actor, right? They kind of decide if you get the role or not. And so what do you think their decision is based on?
Energy level? I mean,
no. Well, yeah, that's part of it. But what else?
Their performance?
Boom! That's it. We're talking about performance. That's really the only thing that they base their entire decision on as a casting director is what was the performance? So performance, the action or process of carrying out or accomplishing an action, task, or function is unbelievably important in everything that we do because we get judged by everything when it comes to our performance. If you're in sales, you're making a commission, right?
Absolutely.
And if your performance isn't good in sales, what do you not get?
You don't get a commission.
Right. So skills, the more skilled you are, the better your performance will be. The better your performance is, the more money you're going to make. Correct?
Correct.
Boom. You just tied them together, dude. It's beautiful.
Well, since you talked about acting, can I share this with you? So there you go. What you were just talking about. So
it's amazing. It all tonight ties together.
Right.
The stars and the moon and everything, they're all perfectly aligned. So, but it's interesting though that I literally, I don't know, 20 minutes ago left Glenn's class and because the lady had just got done speaking in there and she's a casting director. Every decision she makes is based on an actor or actress's performance. Every decision. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's it. I just want to jump on. I don't know.
Ken, I appreciate that. You're the master of this, so I
Dude,
appreciate
no, I'm not, man. I'm like a blind squirrel running around out here. There you go, Ken. There you go. Run into a nut every now and then. That's all.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. So where's Peachtree Corners? Is that part of Atlanta?
It is.
Okay.
It's incorporated. It's part of it was actually Duluth, and then we incorporated and became a little entity of our own. So now it's,
So is it inside the outer belt or outside the outer
no,
belt?
we're outside. We're 25 miles away from downtown Atlanta. So
North,
we're in
south,
Gwinnett
east,
County,
west?
Gwinnett County, north.
Oh, north. You're in Gwinnett.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Up
Yep.
85 or
You
400.
got it. You know where that's at. You lived here at one time.
I lived over off of 75. Sherry says, you guys are the bomb.com, coming from the bomb.com. That's
Oh, yeah, right.
ironic.
Right.
So you're up off of 85 or 400?
85.
85.
You go and then you get off 85 on 141. Boom.
Yeah.
You're straight up.
Yeah. It's a nice area, dude.
Yeah, it's near like the Forum,
That's where all the wealthy people live.
Technology Park. Well, not me, I must have slid in here somehow, but I moved in here back when the Forum wasn't around, and a lot of things weren't built back then, as you well know.
Yeah.
Other than the Atlanta Athletic Club, but that's about it. So,
well, see, I never spent a lot of time over there. I lived up in Kennesaw, so
right.
And Atlanta's so damn big that
it's spread apart. Yeah,
I mean,
I haven't been
come
in
over to.
Kennesaw.
Yeah, no, you don't go over to Kennesaw. No, or probably not even Marietta, and that's a pretty big little hub over there.
No, I don't. I try not
the Big Chicken. Everybody's got to go to the Big Chicken.
Oh yeah, been there. That's always a directional point, Ken, as you know.
I know. Yeah.
Go up to the Big Chicken. When I first moved here and I had to go somewhere in Marietta, they said, you'll see this Big Chicken.
Yeah. It's been there since like 1950 something.
Yes.
It's been there forever. It's really.
So when did you move from here?
I left there in, it was the year of the 100-year blizzard. 1991, maybe.
Right.
Or 90. Sherry said she lived in Columbus, Georgia. Throw her comment up on the screen.
Okay.
Click on her comment.
I'm getting to it.
Let everybody see Sherry. Look how beautiful that woman is. She lived in Columbus, Georgia, and the whole world didn't know that. How far is Columbus from you? It's a hike. Isn't it way down south? Like way down south. Georgia. That's almost to Florida. I don't know. I don't know where it is. Is it not? Where is it? Do you know?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Columbus. I thought you were asking Sherry to take. Okay, here you go. That an all-time thing in
Wisconsin.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's probably she's from Columbus, right?
No, she lived there. I don't. So, do you know where it is? I don't even know where it is.
Columbus.
Oh, Tom said blizzards. It's an all the time thing. Yes, in Wisconsin.
Where he's at, it is.
I'm in Ohio. It's not a ton different, but yeah, they definitely get more snow there.
She's laughing at us, going,
hey, Sherry, show me a map of Columbus, Georgia.
It's probably about 3. Let me see.
Oh, geez. I'm zoomed way in. Oh, yeah. That's right. Sherry, it looks like it runs over into the
Fort Benning. I was going to say that. Yep. If you're in the military, Fort Benning's there.
Yeah. So that's right on the Alabama. I mean, literally on the Alabama line.
Yes, It is hot and humid. I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Mark, I just wanted to hop on here.
Well, no, I appreciate it.
I got to tell you, man, I'm, I know take Sherry's comment down.
I thought I'd keep it up there.
Yeah, you can even put Tom's up. And so, I want to say that, man, you got the consistency part down, man. You really do.
Okay.
You really do at live streaming. You're killing it. I love
Well, I
that.
appreciate that.
So I love seeing you do your thing, bro.
Well, thank you. And I promise I'll bring that energy, you know.
I know.
Maybe I should.
Have a Red Bull.
Well, yeah. Oh God, if I do that, I'll be in trouble, man. I'll be bouncing off the walls then.
It's all right.
Do you drink that stuff?
God, no.
Okay.
I got enough natural energy. I have about a cup and a half of coffee in the morning, and that's it.
Okay.
That's it. Unless I'm staying at Gittimer's, then I
historically makes my day. You guys are making me laughing. Okay. Did you see what she said?
Yes, she meant hysterically, not historically.
I know. I'm just teasing.
We'll put her comment on the screen.
All right.
That's how you
all those misspells and
it's one. Everybody gets it. Everybody gets it. Larry Schneider loves our live stream together. Look at that. Man, we are killing it. The dynamic duo here.
Right.
So, dude, no, I just want to come on and say, you're killing it. I love what you're doing. I love the fact that you're being so consistent with your live streams. And I just wanted to come on and bring your energy up because I could tell you were down. That's all.
Well, and I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, dude.
And show me how to manipulate the board and do all these other fun things. And
take Larry's comment down. Put somebody else.
Hey, Larry, you're out of here, man. Sorry.
Live coaching. There's 3 more comments that came in.
Bouncing off walls. Run. Yeah.
Sherry's up. Put her up again.
My heart is singing. All right.
See? Wow. Now, listen. You got to get this. You got to get this. Ready? So your audience reaction, they're reacting. You got to put their comments up and feel their comments. Okay. That builds your energy.
Hey, Sherry, if your heart's singing, what are you singing right now?
Right. What are you singing?
Can you tell us? Can you
Joy to the World? 3 Dog Night.
Anything. What's the song?
Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Yes, Larry's correct. Her heart is always singing.
Yes.
See, you learn how to read the comments without pointing out the misspellings.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, this is
there he goes.
Man. You're doing great. She said joy to the world. See,
okay.
You're doing great. And you're probably even more nervous because I'm on here with you.
No, I'm not. Look at my hand. It's not palpitating.
I can't see your hand. Okay. It's not what?
That's right.
Okay. So just, man, keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Dude. You're killing it.
Then I appreciate that, Ken.
And then we got Robert Brooker.
Robert Brooker. Oh my God. The astute gentleman himself, the deep thinker.
He is that guy. Every time I go live,
Robert.
I don't even have to ask him. He just shares it out. He just shares every time.
I know.
Anytime he sees me on a live stream, boom.
Well, spell check loves me. Oh, don't worry about it, Larry. It's okay.
No, he said loves E.
Yeah.
Sweating
bullets.
You're not sick, right?
I hope not. I better not be. Can't afford to be.
You're good. Get some what's that? They're saying get the soda water with the something in it and zinc and all that. You'll be fine. Okay. Is Kelly on here too? Wow. Gee, many Christmas. Look at all the people bouncing in here, dude.
They're coming in. And it's all because of that hat you're wearing. So
wow, look, Sherry just shared it. Holy crap. Sherry, she's a bit like she was like missing.
Sherry, thank you for putting up with my nonsense here. And I got someone else.
Sherry, like she knows everybody that's anybody, and they know her. That's what's more important. I gotta say, tonic water. Thank you, Robert. Tonic water with but it has to have that one element in it. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? I forget. Somebody tell me. Tonic water with something. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. I'm assuming you're talking about mine since Mark isn't wearing one.
Back, back at you, Sherry. Love you as well. Thank you so much.
Did you know she was like Miss Universe or something? Like
I kind of figured she had to be something because
she was.
Thank you, Larry.
It was. Well, she was
it starts with A and Q, is what Robert's telling you.
No, it starts with a Q.
Q. Okay.
It's chloroquine or something like that. I don't know. But soda water, and they make it where this is built. It's like part of it. That's it, Ron Goodwin.
Ron Goodwin, quinine.
And I can't even say it.
Quinine.
So that with zinc, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
And by the sound of that cough, I'd go get it soon.
Yes, sir.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm kidding. You're fine. You're fine, man. You're fine. So, quinine. That's it, Ron. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
That's it. Soda water with quinine in it. I think it's quinine, right? I think it is. Anyway, so dude, I just want to pop on and give you props.
Appreciate it, Ken.
You're there you go. Just put vodka in it and call it good.
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah.
I misspelled it. Who knew, Ron? Who cares?
I don't think so. I think that's right. I think
you nailed it. Yeah, look.
Tom says gin.
Yeah, I know.
Tom says gin.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No vodka.
He tells me to get gin and tonic. Thanks, Ron.
Yeah, there you go.
I do that tonight. I don't know what it'll be like tomorrow, but
so dude, like, I want to say thank you for always shouting me out too,
no
man.
problem.
Always giving me props, always talking about my course, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you. I appreciate that, dude.
It's my pleasure, Ken. Thank you for what you allow us to do, because you're the guy that created all this.
I didn't create Facebook Live.
No, I'm talking about your platform.
Well, thank you, man. Yeah. That mix never did get me drunk, but it did make me feel very odd.
Thank you, Robert.
Tom
said lime.
Robert, you forgot the lime, Robert. The lime's what will do it. It'll take you from feeling odd to inebriated like that. So I don't drink, and I haven't in 18 years. So I don't remember these things. Tom Gin and Tonic. Tom Gin and Tonic.
Oh, so there he goes. He's off to the races.
Well, tonic water. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of
I don't know. Yes,
Sherry.
Sherry. See, look at Sherry.
She's in the course too. She's amazing. I love her. Sherry's a really good friend of mine. In fact, I'm going to be on her show. Hold on, I'll tell you when. Hold on a minute. Why are you being so impatient, dude? I'm just kidding.
I'm just sitting here tight, man.
I know. I am on her show. Oh my Lord. When is it? Sherry, do you know?
Well, it grows in you. Okay.
The 12th? No. Is it no, it's not the 12th.
Thank you, Greg.
Does she know? Sherry went. Oh, the 10th. That's right. It's on my sobriety date, the 10th. That's right. So I'll have 18 years sober.
Tom says about moving to moonshine. I don't know.
Speaking of moonshine, you want to hear a funny story about moonshine?
Absolutely.
So I used to be the largest DirecTV dealer in the United States. And yes, Sherry, that's right. And I would go to these parties where we'd have these conventions either in Las Vegas or at the Opryland Hotel in Nashville. and we had them twice a year. It was the SBCA show, the Satellite Broadcasting Communications Association. And I was always, because I was the top guy at DirecTV and Prime Star and all these. Thank you, Kelly. You're a miracle too. We all are. So I was invited to these VIP parties with HBO, with HBO and Playboy and all these different parties. It was unbelievable. But this one guy comes up. He was a guy from somewhere in Kentucky or something. I don't know. He comes walking in, and he literally, I'm not kidding you, he had on a really nice shirt and blue jean bib overalls on.
I believe it.
And he was like, right? Well, no, he was from Kentucky or something, but okay. He's like the second or third largest dealer in the country, just killing it. And he comes walking up, and he's got these jars down his bib overalls, and he pulls them out, and he goes, "You ever had moonshine?" And I go, "Nope." And I was already pretty buzzed, and so he hands me this, and it was like raspberry moonshine or something. I mean, it was something delicious, and I'm like, "I'll try it." So I take a swig of it, and I'm like, "Wow, that went down really smooth, man. Can I have more?" And he's like, "Yeah, buddy, I got more up in the room." And so I'm like, I start chugging, not chugging.
Oh, you did.
A lot of moonshine. I don't remember anything else that night. And so apparently I was standing with the president of HBO and another executive from some other big conglomeration, and I made an ass out of myself really, really bad.
Wow.
I said some really nasty things to the president of HBO. like really bad things. Yeah.
Did you you didn't remember it the next day, or
no,
did they talk to you about it?
Plenty of people that reminded me, though.
Fell on your butt after that. Okay.
No, it was, so there's good reason that I don't drink anymore.
Right.
But, that's one of them.
Right.
Among many others. But anyway, so yeah, it was not good. Alcohol. I'm allergic to alcohol. Whenever somebody says, "Hey, would you like a drink?" I go, "No, I'm allergic to that." And they're like, "What?" And I go, "Yeah, I break out in handcuffs."
Gotcha. Does it bother you to be around other people?
No, God, no. Okay. No. My wife drinks. She drinks. I mean, honestly, if she drinks once a year, twice a year,
1,000 is never enough.
Yeah, that's a saying from recovery. Actually, one is too many. Right. 1,000 is never enough. Yeah, and I've had people around me, make fun. "Oh, you can't handle it." I'm like, dude, I've spilled more of that stuff than you'll ever consume in your life. I've spilled more than you'll drink. So, anyway.
Robert.
26-ounce bottle. Oh, wow. Dude.
Holy moly. You're a better soldier than me. I don't know.
Well, some of us put ourselves through things that we don't even have to, but we just do,
Just in a nutshell, Ken, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What made you, like, when you initially started drinking, did you think it would lead to that, or did you just...
I don't know. I was like 8 years old. So
wow.
I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. By the time I was 12 or 13, I was a full-blown alcoholic.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was. I mean, I never, ever, ever drank because, I just love the taste of vodka. Right. Or I love the taste of Crown Royal. Those were my drinks. I loved Crown Royal. And I loved Sky Vodka, and that was, those were, but I never drank it because of the taste. I drank it because I found that if I drank an entire bottle of Crown Royal, I didn't have to live in reality.
Sure.
It was that simple. So yeah, I never knew. And then, it was at 34 years old that finally, finally, because it was either wake up and get sober or you're gonna die, because I was at that point. So yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Well, I know I read your book, but I was just curious, because
Yeah. Never in a million years did I think I'm gonna grow up to be an alcoholic someday. I didn't even know what that meant. Like it was just, so
right.
yeah. Anyway, dude, yeah. Does that answer your question in a nutshell?
Yes, it does, sir. It
Good.
was
Good.
well stated, well put, as
Yeah.
always.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, dude.
Oh, I
I really
appreciate
do.
you, Ken.
Yeah.
I really do. And
Thanks,
I don't
dude.
have to tell this group if you don't know who Ken Walls is, but everybody knows who you are. So, what's this? Okay, I feel it when drinking because I found a better buzz. Okay, cool.
I think he meant fell away from drinking. Yeah. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate that. Hell, I'm proud of me. I'm a miracle. I really am, man. I've seen so many people that can't stop, and no matter what, they just can't stop, and then they die.
That was going to be my next question. I know I read your book. How did you get yourself I read it, but what was that epiphany for you that you said, "Hey, man, this is it. I'm tired of this.
See,
I don't need."
Tom doesn't even know who I am. Look at that. Sherry, thank you. She calls me the general. So, do you really want to hear that story?
Yeah.
So
I
owned a company, and I had lost the first company in millions of dollars.
Right.
And then I started up another business a few years later, or a couple years later. And I started building it up, had bought 2 new Mercedes, had the big house, all that. My ex was very disappointed one night. This is a year and a half into it. She was very disappointed that I showed up at her best friend's apartment doorstep, I guess, with a 12-pack of beer and whatever on my mind. I don't even remember that, but she found out, kicked me out. I was living in a hotel, a very nice hotel, very nice, but I was still living in a hotel. And she says, I think we're done. I can't do this. Like, and I mean, I don't blame her. I did back then. I was a victim, but I felt like a victim and everything. But so I was sitting in this bar, and I was drinking tall draft beers that night.
Wow.
And I was on about my 7th one, and this dude walks in, sits down next to me that I knew. I knew him. He was a manager at another bar across the street, a BW3s. He was the manager over there. And he sits down and he goes, "Hey, dude, I put in my notice. I can start in 2 weeks." And I goes, "Oh, cool. Where are you going?" He goes, "What do you mean, where am I going? You hired me the other night."
Hired me, yeah.
I said, "Did you get an employment agreement?" I didn't say that. I said, "Well, I hired you." What? What are you talking about, dude? He goes, you don't remember?" And I go, "Dude, what are you talking about?" And then I was like, "Remember what?" And I'm like, and I'm starting to freak out. And I think I may have started drinking that 7th beer a little faster. And he goes, "Dude, you told me to quit my job, put in my notice that I could be the head of your installation department. You were going to train me and pay me." And he told me what I was, and I said, "Dude, I'm sorry. I don't remember that conversation." He goes, "You were sober." I go, "Not if I don't remember it. I wasn't. I don't remember that, man." And he goes, "I can't believe this. I'm going to look like a complete a-hole." But he didn't say a-hole. And he says, "Dude, you should consider going and getting some help. Everybody around here knows you're nothing but a worthless drunk." And he gets up and walks
Wow.
in. And I'm sitting in a very, do you know who Jack Nicklaus is?
Yeah. So you're
The
talking about the
golfer.
golfer?
Yeah, yeah. So he has his home course is here in Columbus, Ohio.
Sure.
And I'm sitting in a bar right outside of Muirfield Village where it's all these
Wow.
wealthy people. And I'm sitting there in the midst of all of them, and some dude just told me I was nothing but a worthless drunk, and everybody knew it. And my ego, man, it was huge. My ego was massive. And I sat there and I'm like, oh my God. And I start looking around this bar and I'm like, wonder how many people just heard that. And I was like, oh my God. So I literally take a sip of the beer. I get up, I go to the bathroom. And at this point in my life, once in a while, I had a little bit of blood in my urine. My eyes were yellow a lot, like
Wow.
not yellow, but a tint of yellow, meaning, my liver was not able to keep up with the amount of alcohol I was consuming. And so I literally, like, I walked back out to the bar. I had maybe 2/3 of the beer, and I took another drink of the beer, down to about half of it. And I sat it down on the bar and I said, give me my tab. And so the girl gives me the tab, I pay it. And I left that beer sitting there and I got up and I walked out. I'm ashamed to say this. I drove back to the hotel, but I'm going to tell you, here's something about a full-blown alcoholic. I had a tolerance, this tolerance thing. It's called an unpredictable tolerance, where sometimes I could drink an entire bottle of Crown Royal and walk a straight line and remember everything. And then there were times when I could drink 2 beers and be in a complete blackout and not remember a thing. So tolerance became something that was completely unpredictable. And so I went back to the hotel, which was right across the street. And I remember shutting my cell phone off. I laid down on the bed and I just started bawling my eyes out. And I said, God, if you're real, I need your freaking help. This is bullshit. I can't do this. I cannot do this anymore. And at that moment, I didn't want to live anymore, but I didn't want to die, and I didn't know what to do. And it was at that moment, and I talked about, this is one of the chapters in my book is called Surrender, because it was at that moment. And there were a couple of other things that happened just before that night, but at that moment, I laid on that bed and I freaking surrendered, and I didn't realize it. I did not realize that I surrendered when I was crying and screaming at God. I was yelling at God. I was cussing at God, and I'm not going to go into all that.
Sure.
But I was like, because I blamed everybody except me, because it was always somebody else's fault, man. And so I was cussing at God. I was pissed off. I was a wreck, man. I was a complete train wreck. So that next, but I still had the Mercedes. So from the outside looking in, it just looked like everything was, good Lord, guys got 2 Mercedes and blah, blah. But dude, everything was falling apart in my life. And I ended up the next night, I went to a meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous, but here's the size of my ego. I could not go to a meeting locally. I drove 40 miles out of town to go to a meeting because I thought, I can't have people seeing me walk into an AA meeting. Well, they're all going to think I'm a drunk. Like, no, here, I was the only one that didn't realize I was a drunk. They all knew already. Exactly, Sherry. Exactly. So I went to a meeting and I didn't realize that this was the best thing I could have ever done. Wow. And I ended up sitting down in this meeting and I thought, I'm safe. Nobody here is going to know me. I sit down right next to a doctor that I knew. Couldn't even believe it. I got a cup of coffee, turn around, there's a seat. I sit down. The guy's back of his head was to me. I didn't recognize him. And I was trying not to make contact with anybody. I sit down. He goes, hey, how you doing? I'm so-and-so. And I'm like, I know you. And he goes, oh my God. And he shakes my hand. I go, what are you doing here? He goes, been waiting on you to get here.
Really?
He said that. Yeah. So, look, man, it was a moment of surrender for me.
Right.
And I talk about that. Sherry's talking about it. And yeah, Kelly must have some experience. So, I wrote about that. There is a book called Power versus Force, written by a guy that's just brilliant. He's an MD and a PhD, and he
Right.
talks in this book about where true power in life comes from. Whenever we are pushing against something, John Piper, you came all the way in and sat all the way down. That's right, dude. That's right. And I'm going to tell you what, I paid for that chair. But so in this book, he talks about, why can't I think of his name? Power versus Force. Anyway, he says, somebody tell me the author's name. It's going to tick me off too, because I know who it is.
Power versus Force.
It's, guy's brilliant too. My gosh, I'm just drawing a blank. Anyway, so he talks about whenever we are pushing really hard on something, right? If you've ever been in a bad relationship, and the harder you try to push the other person
Right.
to become what you want them to be, the more resistance you get. So, whenever we're pushing something like that, we're
Right.
going to get resistance. It's when we surrender to something greater than us. I don't care what you call it. Define it as God, Jesus, Buddha. I don't care what you call it. I don't care what you call it. I'm not one of those judgmental people. I leave that up to God. So, like, when it comes to, if you want real power in your life and real freedom, David Hawkins, thank you. It's David Hawkins. Thank you, Kelly. Or Sherry said it. Yeah, Sherry. Who said it first? Kelly and Sherry said it at the same exact time.
Yeah, they kind of came
David
back
Hawkins.
to back. Yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to wanting power, you want to resolve a problem, a situation in your life, and you've done everything that you can do physically, then you have to surrender.
Right.
And I don't mean give up on it. There's a big difference between giving up on something permanently and surrendering the problem to a power greater than yourself. Big difference. I'm not talking about giving up. Giving up is like, you know what? I'm sick of you. I'm out of here. That's giving up. And that's just nasty. And you're never getting anywhere like that. I'm talking about surrendering, saying, you know what? I don't have the answer to this situation, but God, if you're real, if you're out there, if there's a power greater than me that created me and everything else around me in the universe, then I could use an assist right now. Right? I could use an assist.
Absolutely.
So, like Michael Jordan, he couldn't win them by himself. He needed he needed Pippins, he needed Rodman, he needed the assist, right? So if you're going to become great, you got to learn how to surrender and let the power of God, or what, again, I don't care how I call it, God. I don't care what you call it. You can call it. I sponsored this kid one time that was an atheist, and he said, man, I just can't believe in all this God stuff. And I said, well, you're going to have to believe in a power greater than you, because your best thinking earned you a chair in Alcoholics Anonymous. Congratulations. That's not working for you, dude. So maybe go out on a limb here, Pippin, yeah, and go out on a limb and consider that there might be a power greater than you. And he goes, okay, right. I just can't believe in this God everybody talks about. I said, pick something that's greater than you. Well, I still had, this is before my Mercedes got repossessed back then. And I still had it. And he says, well, I love your Mercedes. Can I make that my higher power? I said, absolutely, dude. And while you're down on your knees worshiping it, wash the wheels for me. Like, I mean, I don't care what you just have to surrender to something outside of yourself. And then that's where once you open up, yes, Ron knows.
Gary's funny.
You remember Gary from the book?
Oh God. Yeah.
Harvey,
He's obviously talking about this bad boy right
Oh,
here.
you got it right there. Harvey the rabbit. So you know, and that's from Jimmy Stewart's movie,
Right.
Harvey. It's called Harvey.
Harvey.
Right. So it wasn't a Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart, right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So you know, we just have to learn to you know, there's nothing wrong with pushing hard in life. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with pushing yourself to the point of if you want success, or you know, nothing
Right.
wrong with making those extra phone calls. Putting it, a friend of mine used to say, Charles said, let's leave God out of this. Surrender to yourself and commit it in writing. Amen, dude.
Right.
Amen. Surrender. But like when what was I just saying before I saw Charles' comment?
You were talking about surrendering, but you were talking about the Harvey and the rabbit. And
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know. Anyway, I just know this. I know that when I've done everything that I can do,
making that extra call.
This friend of mine used to say, how did this go? Let me think. Pray as if you cannot work, and work as if there is no God.
God, yeah.
And you know, and I love that. Like if you have faith and pray in something, it doesn't mean that he said, oops, sorry, gents, wrong screen, bro. But you know, whether you believe in God or not doesn't even matter. It really doesn't. Because here's the thing, God doesn't need us to believe in God. He's God. He's like, I'm not, you know, I'm good. I know who I am. I created you, yo. Right. So like he doesn't. I don't think he sits around and says, I created thee. I think he's like, hey, yo, I created you. But like, so it doesn't matter. A friend of mine used to say, you know, I believe that the desire to please God pleases God.
Right.
The desire to please God, comma, pleases God. So if you just have a desire to do good in the world, to be a good person, that's pleasing. It's good energy, man. It's just good energy. And you know, back when I was a practicing raging alcoholic, my only desire, she gonna be pissed you keep calling her him. I know, right?
See, that's Ronnie there at his best, man. That is the run good.
It's just habit. Who created God? Kyle, you got me, bro. I have no idea. I have no idea. And again,
that was good,
I don't need to understand how all of it works. I don't. I just don't need to understand that. You know, once I understand exactly how I work, everything about how I work, then I'll start questioning God. All right, dude, I got me figured out, which I don't. But once I have me figured out, then I'll question the whatever power created all of this. So, you know, I think that the desire to bring, how about this? The desire to bring really good energy brings really good energy. Right. And it comes back to us. So I've learned a lot over the last 18 years and of recovery. And
thank you, Charles.
Thank you, Charles. Dude, this is awesome, man. This was completely, you were getting ready to get off the air.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. And then
But
the
I'm gonna
mighty
keep
Ken
this
Walls
short.
came in here, and this is a great teaching moment and everything else, man. You know what? I even forgot about how bad I felt. I'm just like feeling better and better and better, man. So
Let me point out why. Just being in the presence of higher energy brings our energy up. That's
right.
why it's so important to surround ourselves with great people and
Okay.
not schmucks.
Thank
There
you.
are people in our lives that sometimes they're very sneaky. You don't even realize they're in your life bringing you down. They make little snide remarks, or they make passive aggressive remarks, or they'll say things, and all of a sudden you just feel your energy go down just a little bit, and then
Thank you, Sherry.
bit more, and a little bit more. My desire is for people to truly realize how powerful they truly are, and to help others truly awaken the gift we all are. Amen. Amen. So when you're around people that are bringing you down, some people are very covert about it. Very covert. They're very
Right. Oh yeah.
and they'll bring you down just little notches at a time, and then you end up sick, or you start getting the symptoms of feeling sick.
Right.
And then you might be feeling like crap and you don't even know it, but you're out there. Oh, look, there's Justin Benton's in the house. What's up, Justin Benton? Dude, he's
CBD oil, man.
Yeah, he's sending me some. I can't wait to try it. So then you get around somebody that's vibrating at a higher level. They bring this energy around you. They won't let you stay down, man. Your energy is literally forced.
Right.
Mark, listen. When you die, and I have terrible news, you're gonna die, and so am I.
We all are.
Justin, yeah. Sherry is. We're all. Sherry already died. She knows. She's been dead. She knows. Like, she's been dead, literally dead. She knows, right? She knows what happens after this. So here's the thing: the moment that you die, 10 minutes later, your body weighs the exact same amount. Nothing changes in your body weight except for one thing, and that is the energy is gone. That's your spirit. Whatever that is, call it whatever it is, your soul, your spirit, whatever, that the energy source has left your body. Your body is no longer the container of that energy source, right?
Right.
Einstein said, everything is energy in motion. So when you're starting to feel down, when you're starting to feel sick, when you're starting to get those symptoms of this is that, or don't pop an Advil. Figure out how to get your energy up. Bring your energy up. Maybe it's listening to some unbelievably great music. Maybe it's spend some time in meditation. Maybe you need to chug a couple gallons of water real fast. Maybe you need to, I don't know what is. Maybe you need to go for a walk or go do some push-ups, but you can always take responsibility. Oprah had a sign hanging in her office, and I have it around. So it's over here behind my green screen. A sign that says, "Be responsible for the energy you bring into this space." Be responsible. So when we take full responsibility for our energy, I come on here, and if I was like, "Hey, Mark, hey man, how you doing?"
Yeah.
You'd have been like, "Hey Ken, man, I've been sick." "Oh, dude, I feel you, man. I've been, I last few days I kind of
Stop it, please.
You'd have been like, "Man, you mean we're both sick?" "Yeah, we're both sick." And right? We would have both been. Then our energy.
Oh yeah, well, absolutely.
You got to bring your energy up. That's why it's unbelievably important to surround yourself with people who are high energy. You got to bring it, man. And then when you do a live stream, the next time I watch your live streams, I watch all of them, by the way. Next time you go live, and I don't watch the whole thing, I'm just going to be honest with you. If I watched everybody that's a student in the course, if I watched everybody's live streams, the full videos, dude, there'd be nothing else I'd ever get done, because that's a lot of hours every day. Share Bruce CBD oil.
CBD oil. Okay.
Right. But you got to bring that. So you got to
Right,
bring
right.
that
No, you're right. You're right.
right. So the next time
Absolutely.
we go live, I'm not going to be on with you, and you're going to think Ken Walls told me and ripped my ass on that last live stream, told me I need to get my energy up. So I'm going to snort some CBD oil if I have to, but I'm going to bring my A game to my next live stream.
No, you'll be sitting on my shoulder right here.
Because what if, you know, Amazon has made me an influencer account, and then they emailed me 2 weeks ago and they said, congratulations, you can now go live on Amazon Live. And I'm like, Amazon Lives, I didn't even know it's a thing. Here they are with 150 million customers or whatever, and I can go on there and be live. Because when I go live, and you already know this because you study with me, you watch me, you've been through my course, I bring the energy.
Energy, right.
And guess what that does? Why do I get so many viewers? I get a lot of viewers, right? What? And it's the same with Jeffrey Gitomer. It's because when I'm live, man, I'm bringing energy. I'm not trying to act like a goofball or anything else. I'm bringing energy. I mean, internal energy, not just in the way I'm speaking, but internal energy that I feel. I feel the fire. And man, when you feel it, you can't keep it in. You got to let it out. When you let it out, people are like, this guy's crazy, but I love this.
Right, right.
I mean, you described me the other day. You said, you really got to get, you said to somebody, you said, or on your live stream, this course is amazing. You may find his delivery method odd sometimes or something like that.
Right. Right. Well, it wasn't a slam, but it's,
I have a different energy, man.
Right.
People aren't used to that, man. And I love it. I love it. I shock them. Sherry has an influencer account too. That's freaking awesome. Tom says like attracts like. Amen. Robert, yes, indeed. What's Robert say?
Well, Robert, hang on here. Let me go back. Robert, yeah, that's a good one.
Indeed. I find a good hour and a half in the morning will get me through the day. More than that, I begin radiating positivity. Dude, that's it. That's it. Energy, 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 content, content, content. Amen, amen, and amen. And Justin Benton, I want to have you on my show, man. We got to get you on my show, dude. We need to talk. So anyway, dude, thank you for having me on. I know I invited myself.
No, I appreciate you being here, man. It was awesome, as always. Listening to you, I learned so much. And I learned so much from the rest of these people that have jumped in here. And thank you for your comments, your input. And I promise you, the next time I get on here, I'll be off the chart. And they're probably going to look at me and say, what happened to that dude, man? What happened to that
He's
dude?
on Justin CBD oil. Wow.
Well,
check it out.
No, I just got the transferal, of Ken Walls's subliminal message into my.
Dude, you got it. You are. I got to give it to you, man. You're consistent and you're doing it. And consistency is the key. There were many times when I was a traveling salesman, and I literally was a traveling salesman. I went out.
It's the way you said that, Ken. Traveling salesman.
No, I was. I had to travel all over the state of Ohio selling bathroom remodeling stuff, and there were times when I would drive literally hundreds of miles in a day, going from one house that I drove, an hour and a half to get to the appointment, and they weren't even home. So I would set.
I got it here. Pat Hazel, this old cowboy saying, when your horse dies, stop riding it.
That's right. That's right. So when I'd go, and then I'd go to the next appointment, and I couldn't close the deal or something, and then, I'd have an 8 o'clock appointment. I'm hungry. I'm broke. I'm worried that I drove all this time and I didn't make any money. And oh my God. And then I get to the last appointment and show up, and I would have to psych myself up before I walked into their house, because I was like, man, okay, the first one wasn't there. Let it go. The second one, you couldn't close. Let it go. This one, go in, just give it everything you have. Give them the best version of you and then they spend, $12,000 or $15,000, and I make thousands of dollars in commission, and it was a good day. So, you've always got to bring your A game, no matter what, no matter how you feel. I did live streams every single day. I have diverticulitis, and I get these attacks, man, where I'll get an infection and it sucks. And I mean, it's like somebody stabbing me in the gut with a knife pain. And I sit there and
Larry, next.
I'm still bringing the A game, man. I'm still showing up with that energy, and that's what you got to do.
Got it.
That's what you got.
Larry, my famous saying is, when they say no, you just say next and move on. Yeah.
That's it. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting.
Here comes our deep thinker, Robert Brooker. My grandma did it every day in the second grade. I had time to ride with him some days. And then I discovered that everyone he called on was also a very close friend of his.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome. Miles after midnight. That's right, dude. Oh my God. There have been so many times I've driven from Southern Ohio back. Oh gosh. Get home at 1:30 in the morning, have to be up at 8. Anyway, dude, listen. I appreciate you. It's almost midnight. And I
forgot what time it was. I thought we were going to go another hour here.
Let's go, dude. I'm good. What are we going to talk about? No, man, you wanted it. Now he made the commitment. We're here. What are we talking about, man? I'm in. He also used to disconnect the speedometer and use a giant tack strap
to the steering column.
Oh, tack. Oh,
yeah.
What's that mean?
Tack.
Like a tachometer.
Yeah, the tachometer.
Oh, yeah. Got it. All right, dude. Hey, this was fun. I'm glad that I invited myself on your live stream.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you came on. Thank you to everybody else out there. I love you guys.
Thank you to everybody who shared this out too. And if you're a friend of mine and you're not a friend of Mark's, when we end this, just run over and send him a friend request, because this dude is awesome and he's relentless, man. He's not giving up. He's continuing to push forward and do the deal. So
Sherry, thank you for all your positive comments.
Charles, Larry, Justin, Sherry, I love you. You're awesome. And hey,
Robert,
I'm out of here, dude. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Tom Ginn. Man, I just want to call him Gin.
Yeah,
That's got to be his nickname. All of his buddies call him, hey, what's up, Ginny? Gin. Somebody's calling him Gin. Come on. Right?
I don't know. I'll have to find that out. I'll have to ask him.
Come on. Anyway, I'm just playing. Tom, it was great meeting you, and see you at 9:59 tomorrow. Amen. That's right. All right. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you to
all right.
Mark.
Good night, everybody. Thanks again, Ken. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Until tomorrow.